Hi guys, and welcome back to my channel. In this video I'm going to be showing you guys how to make one of my best egusi recipe ever. I don't have this recipe on this channel and I thought of giving it to you guys, so I hope you enjoy it. Let's get to it. If ever I had a video. So to make this, these are the ingredients. This is the key ingredient, which is egusi. I already blended it, and there I have crayfish and ogiri, salt, onion, and scotch bonnet pepper. I also have some dry peppers. Here is my ugu leaf, pumpkin leaf. If you don't have it, you can use spinach. And here I have some cubes. I'm not going to be using all. I don't know why I put 3. I usually use 2. And that is frozen stockfish. You can use dry stockfish or palm oil that come from Nigeria. And here is 2 smoked catfish in hot water. In the pot, I have some cow heads, chicken, and some beef in them. So these are the ingredients I'm going to be using to prepare this soup. You can add more protein that you feel like adding, goat meat, anything at all. So I'm going to add my frozen stockfish in the pot. I know it's fresh, it's frozen, so but I love to cook them together with the meat just for everything to marinate together. So they are very strong, so I'm not going to be breaking them. I added some pepper in there. Now I'm going to be adding some Maggi. You can use any Maggi of your choice and you can add to your taste. Okay, so after that I'm going to be adding my onion, half of onion, because that is 1 onion, so I'm going to be adding half of that to the meat, some salt. After that, I'm going to be adding some water, just a little bit of water. You can add more. You can use cold or hot water. I have hot water at hand, so I use the hot water. So I'm going to allow that to cook. While the meat is cooking, I'm going to add the egusi into a bowl. Depends the quantity of egusi you're using. So I'm going to add water. Don't allow the egusi to be liquidy. Not too creamy and not too watering. It has to be balanced in between, too creamy and too watering. Okay, so I'm going to allow that to rest for 10 to 15 minutes before cooking. And before then, I'm also going to be taking out the boning the fish and removing the back of the smoked catfish I showed you guys earlier. So here is my pumpkin leaf and some bitter leaves. You can replace this with spinach. Okay, so I added them into water and set that aside. So the meat is done cooking. Now it's time to prepare the soup. Add the amount of red oil that you feel like or you want into the pot and allow the oil to heat up a little bit. So after that, I'm going to be adding my onion. Allow the onion to saute for a couple of minutes. After about 5 minutes or so, I'm going to be adding the egusi soup I soaked in the water earlier. After adding that, I'm going to stir everything together. At this first stage, I'm going to stir them together completely, but after that, I'm going to allow them, turn down my heat. You need to cook this on the lowest heat. Like this first process of egusi, you need to make sure that your heat is low. So I'm going to be adding the Maggi, extra Maggi that I'm using. I used 2 Maggi to make this soup, guys. Okay, not the 3 I showed you guys earlier. So I'm going to stir everything. Now I'm going to start stirring the soup only at the middle. Only the middle. Do not stir them round. Only the middle. This helps, like, is if you are the type that is cooking for party or restaurant, this helps you to double sized, guys. Yes, I've been making this. I learned this method from my auntie that had restaurants back in Nigeria. Okay, so I know what I'm saying. If you want your egusi to really double size or triple size, you have to use this method, and the taste is amazing. Like the end result is amazing. So I'm going to continue stirring them at the middle for 10 minutes. Yes, guys, this is why I asked you to turn down your heat. So I'm adding part of the crayfish I'm using now, and I'm going to continue stirring that at the middle for 10 minutes, then I'll bring you guys back. All right, guys, this is about 10 to 15 minutes. It's time to stir everything together. Please make sure you're making this like this first step on a low heat. Okay, so after stirring them together, I'm going to be adding the smoked catfish that I debone, take off the back, the intestine, everything, because it can actually add the catfish like that, but I do not like eat. I don't like eating the back of the fish. So after adding the fish and the scotch bonnet pepper, yes, I didn't blend it, but you can blend yours. All right, I'm going to stir everything together. After stirring them, I'm going to go ahead to start adding the meat. After adding the meat, I'm going to stir everything as well. Then we'll proceed. So at this point, I'm going to be adding the stock that I got from the meat that I cooked earlier. I like to filter the stock, but you can do whatever pleases you, whatever you like. I'm going to go ahead to stir them and check the consistency if they are okay or not. For me, I'm going to be adding a little bit water in it. But if you like really dry, thick egusi, you don't have to do that. After stirring, I'm going to test if the seasonings are enough. For me, they are enough. Like I said, I didn't use the 3 cubes I showed you guys earlier. So I'm going to be adding some crayfish again and stir them, put the lid on and allow this to cook for 15 to 20 minutes on a medium-low heat. Yes, I love my egusi to be well cooked, because if the egusi is not well cooked, it's not tasty, or it's, I don't know how to explain it, but I love to cooked my egusi very well. So after 15 minutes of cooking this, I'm going to stir them again and start adding the ugu leaf I'm using at this point. Like I said, if you don't have ugu leaf, you can use spinach to replace the ugu leaf. I got the ugu leaf as a gift and I put them in my freezer and they are really good. Okay, so after adding the ugu leaf and a little bit bitter leaf, I'm going to stir everything together again and allow them to cook for another 5 to 10 minutes. Guys, this is after 20 minutes. The soup is cooked, egusi is well cooked, everything is delicious, guys. I urge you to give this soup a try. If you give it a try, please let me know at the comment section below. Thank you for watching and I'll see you guys in my next one. God bless you all. Bye.